Hello everyone and welcome. My glasses are really dirty. So as I came on here, I'm like, oh man, I can't see anything. So I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I'm just getting started here, getting set up, and thanks for coming in. Say hi. Hey, Mary Lou. Mary Lulu, hello. How are you today? How's your week going? Alright, let's see if I can get these nice and clean. So now I can see. It helps to be able to see properly. It's a paint, right? Tybo? How do you pronounce that? Tybo? Thebo? Thebot? Apologies if I just completely destroyed it, but... So Tybo? 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 Welcome. All right, so... To start off, so if you're new to me or my work, to start out, I'm going to draw the winners of the giveaway. Hey Jen, how's it going? Welcome back. So these are the paintings that were created last week. The way that it works is I have you choose numbers to pick a color. So all the paints that I have, they have numbers associated with them. So when I'm ready to paint, we'll pick some colors, and that's how these were created. The background was just kind of this ink blot kind of thing, and then I painted what I saw in it. And then at the end, once the painting's completed, then I go through and I analyze the different symbolism, talk about how that relates then to what we can look forward to for the week. So it's a weekly reading using paint, and this is what I do for a living. This is what I do for individuals. So this is showing how it works. If you book a session with me, we meet on Zoom, and I do a much larger painting for individuals, but for the weekly readings, I do 2 small ones. So this was the second one. So I do one, and then this was the second one. And what these were talking about were kind of this kind of outlines how we're going through this change that we're going through. And it's like we're kind of rendering ourselves in the cauldron of change, kind of cooking down the old to break it into pieces to become new. And the overall message was kind of like just chill and enjoy the steeping process, relaxing, things like that. Becky, you're back. Welcome. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate that. So these are the ones that were created last week. And I hope you enjoyed your vacation. It's funny because it was kind of like very chill energy here in this one. So that's how you access your wisdom, is what it was saying. So the ones that I have 2 blank for today that we're going to create over the next couple hours. And the originals, once they're finished, I offer them as prints on my website. Sometimes they might become oracle cards in my card deck. But these originals are going to members of my Ko-fi community. So I'm going to shift the camera for a second because I normally would draw the names. The last few weeks I've been drawing them out of a bag. But I'm lucky that I now have enough members that I have to use the wheel of names. So this is how, let's see if I can get this to sit right. This is how I'm going to draw from now on, because now I could just drop the names. So we're going to draw winners. First for this one, so we're going to start here. I can get that. I'll just hold it up. So this is the one that we're giving away first, right? So I'm gonna shuffle this, and we're gonna. I don't use this often, so bear with me. So I'm gonna click it, and here we go. Here's the winner of this painting. And And the winner is Katie. Welcome, or welcome. Congratulations, Katie. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I will remember Katie. I have to write that down because once I'm done, I will not remember. So congratulations, Katie. You are the winner of the first one from last week. That's awesome. Wheel of Names. Isn't that fun? Okay. So now we're going to do the next one. So this is the next one that I'm giving away. So if you want to be entered into the drawing each week, it's $1 a month to be automatically entered into the drawing. There's a link in my bio. It's called Ko-fi. And actually, if you're a member, during the lives on Wednesdays, you can get a painted reading for 50% off. So if you want info on that, just let me know. All right, so we're going to draw the next winner for this one here. The Higher Self Drinking Tea with an Owl. Okay, just got to click on it. And the wheel's spinning. That's kind of exciting. I love it. Who's it going to be? Ooh, Softly Woven. Congratulations. Wonderful. Congratulations. You get this one here. Let's see if I can get the name and the background focused in for a shot. All right. Congratulations. And thank you to everyone who's become a member. The membership is, it really, really helps me. It's at only $1 a month. I gotta write this down. I can't write and talk at the same time. I can paint and talk at the same time, but writing and talking I can't. Okay. Well, congratulations to our winners. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. I'm so excited. All right. So I don't know if either one of them were here. So if you see them come in, let them know, huh? Hi, how are you doing, Crystal Clear Water Art? All right, are you ready to create with me? I'm excited. I can't wait to see what comes through. Thank you for tapping the screen. I'll do some confetti for the winners. Woohoo! I'll put these up here so that I'll remember. In our winner's circle right here. Yay. All right. So if you're new here, you don't know what's going on, I'm going to put some paint on the background. I'm going to paint an image. And I'm basically tuning into the collective energy, whether you're here or not, if you're watching in a replay, that your energy is going into it. And so I'm going to create images from the colors that you choose. And then I'm going to analyze it at the end for a message. Usually takes me, so the sessions that I do, the private sessions that I do are about an hour, unless we really get talking. And so I budget time for after. So I'm a talker, just so you know, if you haven't had a reading with me yet. But it usually is like 45 minutes of painting and then 15 minutes of analysis. So if you have to go in and out of the session, the live session, I will probably be doing the reading of this painting that we're starting right now. I'll probably start talking about the meaning of it in about 45 minutes. So just so you know. Because I know it's a lot to watch, but if you pop back in and out, you know. Are you making your own deck? Yay! I'm excited for you. Oh, Judith, this is the first time you've been here? Oh, wonderful. Someone else said they were new too. Orcella, welcome. Oh, user 97. Oh, I can't. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, wait. Who? Crystal. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay. So I don't always recognize people with their names. It's unless I have faces. I'm so visual, you know. So hey, Amanda. I'm all hyper and excited now, so we have new friends. Okay. So I'm going to invite you to kind of tune into your energy. Think about the thoughts, the questions that you've had on your mind. What do you want to know? I usually just set an intention in a general way of what do we need to know about the week ahead, right? So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, take a deep breath. You can put your hand on your heart if that feels right to you, and think of a number between 1 and 36. And then just put that in the comments, but only do it once and one per person. Thank you. Nice. 2, 5, 17. I love it when you pick the same ones. Look at the blue. 16. Look at all the blue. This. All right, look at all the 17s. That's a strong number today. All right, let me make sure I have everybody. 35, thank you. Oh, look at 35 is a blue too. That's so cool. All right, so 26, 18. We're getting some other ones in there, but let's see. What do we got? 26 and 18. Is that, oh, that's what you're saying. I only picked 2. That's your number, right? 26, 18. 13, 24. Okay, so I'm gonna cap it at after 20. So if I don't have your number this time, I do a second one, so don't worry. Oh, where's 20? There's 11. 26, 18, 13. Have a little purple, right? 24, 11, and 20. Hello and welcome. I'm just getting the colors together. Why can't I find 20? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I think that's all of them. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. Look at these colors. Woo! I'm just getting them. I don't know what order you picked them in. I remember 2 was. Did I miss 24? I may have. Thank you for... Look at what color 24 is. Yes, I did. The one blue that was still left in the box. That's fantastic. Okay. So we'll start with 2. It's a blue day, isn't it? My day's been great. I went grocery shopping. Actually, was that today? It's been one of those days where you feel like you've had several days in one. the sun is now setting, and I don't know, I did my exercise and I kind of relaxed a little bit, did some paperwork and stuff today. Got my daily doodle done. Like a long day, yeah. It's like there's this kind of vertical thing happening that I can feel in there, which is great because that's kind of like, you know, I think I felt it with this one too. There's like vertical last week. There's kind of this pillar, like a, what do I want to say, like strength and stability, kind of like that. All right, I got some, sorry for the noise if it bothers anybody. I got some recycled plastic I'm going to use. All right. It's feeling like kind of wants to spread out. I've just heard, use the space you're given. Now is not the time to hold back. Mm-hmm. It's a combination of things. So you're asking, so Jen's asking if I thought of this technique myself. It's, you know how you like fold things in half? It started like that when I started painting. I would fold canvas in half and get different textures by folding it and crinkling it up and things like that. And then when I was in school, I learned about touch painting, where you take a brayer and you put ink on paper and then you cover that ink and you use your hands to make art, so that, you know. And then I was studying like automatic writing, automatic, you know, art kind of thing, tapping into your intuition. And it's kind of evolved. This particular technique right now, what I'm doing, evolved. The last stage of it was because I was doing personal readings, and I called them painted palm readings. So I would do events, and in-person events, I would put paint on someone's hand, and then they'd put the paint all over their hand, and they would put their hand on a piece of paper, and I would blot it like this so that it was dry right away, and then I'd paint what I saw in it and give them a reading from it. And then that evolved into doing it over Zoom. And since I didn't have their hand, they'd pick the colors and I'd just put it directly on the paper instead. So that's, but it still kind of goes back, 20 years ago when I started painting for a living. I was doing similar type of stuff, but using canvas and creating texture and finding images, or usually landscapes and trees and stuff, but finding images in an abstract background. Yeah, that's what I was just using, was recycled. Any fails? That's an interesting question for me, because I just had the other day when I was doing a drawing of an elephant, it looked like it had a big penis on its face, so I erased it. But I don't know if I'd consider that a fail. I don't really consider any art a fail. It all serves a purpose. I just want to get those edges here. But, I have a lot of unfinished stuff. But yeah, I don't think that can really be any failure when you're focused on the process and not the product. All right, let's see. I'm seeing a being right here. And I want to see there's like a dress or something. But they have like a tall head and a long neck, shoulders. And then, I don't know, it's like a big cat or another cauldron. Or maybe this is their arm coming down and they're holding something. But I definitely feel like the black part is where my attention is going. This right in here. Yeah, I like jazzy, yeah. I just want to read some of your comments here. A bear where the pink is, nice. Earth feel, fairy, wizards with a peacock hat. Oh, I like that. Hey, Anne, welcome. Woman, yeah. What type of paper? It's just, what's it called? Strathmore. It's this watercolor paper. It's just a cold press. Nothing too fancy, but it's 140 pound. Oh, centaur. Oh, yeah, I do. You know what? Now, when you said centaur, my brain said goat. Like, here's the head, the two little ears, and the body. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Let's get down in here. Before I take these out of the frame, I want to say congratulations to the winners of last week's paintings. I don't know if you're here yet, but congratulations. If anybody was just tuning in wondering. So this one, this one ends up being, will also be given away. So yeah, this feels like a cauldron over here too, and that's what we had last week, right? All right, so the way that I work is I just find an entry point. I'm not really concerned about what the overall composition is how it's gonna end up. I don't need to know. I only need to know where to take the first step. And so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for whatever draws my attention. And let's see. What's really getting my attention is this blue right here. And then with this purple. And for a second I was like, oh, it's like an arm coming up. Like here's the thumb and a hand and there's like flame or something. But it also kind of feels like a flower. You know, like how the base of a flower kind of has that and then the stem comes down. I'm with you on the Aquarius feeling, definitely. I definitely feel water and like earthy. All right. But this is what's drawing my attention most is this. And these just look like shoulders to me. I can't unsee that. All right. And I'm drawn to this number 2, which is jet black. Like, it doesn't get any more, defined than that. And usually when I use black and white, I usually say like the whites are, I love that both black and white were chosen in this. The black feels related to drawing lines, creating boundaries. So we're just going to go right and defining things, getting real clear. So we're just going to jump right in with that. Usually when it's a hand, I'm like, damn it, I don't want to do a hand. I hate drawing hands, but I'm okay. It'll be okay. Like if it looks like two things and one of them's a hand, I'll be like, it's the other thing. But this one needs to be a hand right here. Forearm. Thank you. Well, hello, welcome. I'm glad you're here from France. Yeah, purple amethyst energy. I like that. All right, don't overwork the hand, Linda. There's something, some beautiful energy. This pink back in here. I feel like it's, oh yeah, maybe it's like this kind of like lotus. I think we'll probably come back to that. You see it? Hey, Alicia. Thank you. I don't speak French. Thank you. I took French class in school, and I wanted to learn it very much, but I was in high school and I smoked a lot of pot and I fell asleep a lot in class. So I apologize that I do not speak French. Thank God for the translations app. I love that about this app. Hello, Sarah. Okay, so I feel like I want to put a face. I feel like there's a head here looking into that, or maybe not. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I do it for a living. Doesn't mean my artwork pays the bills. I'm just teasing. I'm grateful for everything that it brings me. I feel like they're wearing like a wing. Like I feel like there's a wing here. This interesting. If you know me, you know I love these little sparkly things. I can't not put little boops. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, do you see like this right here? This reminds me of like a butterfly wing. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna just make that like part of their, whatever, like something they're wearing, or I don't know. fashion. Polka dots are definitely in. God, I had some rad polka dot pants when I was a kid. Yeah, like a butterfly cape or something, right? Oh, now I see. It's like this looks okay, like it's coming. I don't know, but this feels like the body of a dress right here. I kind of want to, or what do you call it? Bodice, what, I don't know. I'm not really a dress person, but I kind of like can see it. All right. Nice. Never went out. All right then. Yeah. It does feel queenly. I agree. So I kind of feel, do you feel like they're looking at this or somewhere else? Because I kind of feel like if there were eyes and a nose, I think it would be like this. I get, yeah. Do your hands shake? Is it like caffeine? Or is it just end of the day? Or, I do that too. In an ear. Yeah, it's like a blossom of magic. I agree. Trying to make them smiling. It's nothing better than like a grinning sorceress. There we go. I'm mixing some of that blue and pink together. See if I can create a Thanks, Jam. I love using the like, and look, this is my index finger, so that's how small I'm working right now. But I love using light on dark. I feel like I'm carving it. And so I'm a self-taught artist, and I don't always know how to do facial features and stuff, but they seem to work out okay. I'm in the upper Midwestern US. There we go. There's a little grin. Are you? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so like, do they have something going on up there? I don't know yet though. But I will tell you, I am called to this color. What is this? 16. It's too small. Zoom out a little bit. I feel like there's a wing over here now. The shoulder here though. Shoulder. So, do you see this right here where it kind of goes whoop, 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 whoop? It's like fluffy. And this goes along with kind of the message I was feeling before that said, use the space you're given, like use all that space. Now, what happens sometimes as I'm working is like, oh, I can't get it on there fast enough. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens if there's a headdress. I'm not sure. It's interesting how this wing is like coming out of her belly or her solar plexus or something. And this one's up. So that'll be something we'll look at when I analyze it. So if you do these things, if you do these drawings for yourself, or even if it's not an intuitive painting like this technique, but you look at your own, you just create however you create, right? And you want to analyze it, or you want to kind of access your intuition. Letting go of the need to understand it before it's finished is like a big key to. And so what I do is I kind of treat my ego, or that part of myself that wants to make meaning of it and understand it before it's done. Treat it a little bit like a child. It's kind of, because it is kind of like my inner child. It's definitely related to that. So I just kind of redirect it, you know. Oh, it is kind of butterfly cape flowing in the wind. Yeah. Could you hear Lulu? The Lulu shake. That's great. I do feel like there could be some spirals up here. It's only there until it's not anymore. Yes. Was there something that yeah, just if you're new to my work, just to let you know, it's a little bit of an exercise in letting go. So if you see something that you're like so sure that I'm gonna paint, don't take it personally if I paint over it and see something totally different. But if you do see something and it's really calling to you, pay attention to that, because at the end, when I do the analysis and we talk about it, those things that you saw, even if they didn't get into the painting, are important for your own insights. Okay, I'm feeling cauldron down here, like for sure. Yeah. You know, it's interesting too. Are we friends? Okay. So, how do I say that? Chromatose? At first I was like, oh, chromato. But chromatose, I like that. Let me know if I'm saying that right. But it's funny because when I was like, well, so my background's in, like my education is in art therapy, and I'm not a therapist, so I can't call myself an art therapist, you know. I do work with people, but, Lulu, chill out. But, I was struggling with the title, and I was like, oh, I guess intuitive artist. And then I was like, oh, like I'm the only one. And as soon as I started like looking around, I found so many people that do this work. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I was like, oh, it's a thing. I didn't even know. You want to make friends on this app? Well, everyone go connect with Allie and then just, yeah, make friends. It's no different than when we were little kids, and I'm no better at it than I was then. I think the wing is like dipping in here or something in the little cauldron. She's got her hand in it. She's got one hand in the cauldron. And the other one's... Yes! We're your friends. Look at these little flames. Let's see if we can... I don't know what do flames look like this. Little foof. Not Brad Pitt. Welcome back. It's good to see you here. I really love that it's like I've got like a level 1 training in healing touch. I'm not a practitioner or anything, but I have a basic understanding of it. And one of the things that I loved was there's like a pain drain thing where you can put one hand on the person and then the other hand is kind of like you're siphoning the energy through you, transmuting it through your heart and exiting the other hand. And I just found that to be a very, very powerful tool in helping other people heal. And I feel like that's a little bit of what's happening here. I like it. Yeah, thanks for all those hearts. That's pretty. I'm going to add that purple one down there. And look at what number the purple is. It's number 13. I love that number for relating to this cauldron and yeah. What? Oh, really? Wait. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Actually, the scribbling is very common. I think it's just something that we do as human beings, you know? I think that's just what we do. Well, and that pareidolia, that ability to see things like that, like recognize faces or put things together like that. That's it's a very human thing, right? Like it's what we do. Sometimes I ramble and I don't finish what I'm saying. Too bad. I don't know what I was saying in the first place anyway, so. Spirals. Spirals are my favorite symbol. If you want to learn a little bit about yourself and where you're at right now in your growth process, check out, do a search for the preferential shapes test. so simple, but spirals tend to represent creativity and growth and coming back to the same, sometimes coming full circle, coming back to the same place, but from a new perspective. And I love that as the fuel for the fire down here. You following me anyway? I'm taking a minute to look at the comments. Yeah. I see things in the fiber. See, that's why when I started out on canvas, the texture of the canvas is what I would see things in that. I loved that. Been thinking about maybe picking up some wood and doing little wood graining, because I think I've seen artists doing that too, which is really neat. I don't know. I kind of want to not make more stuff. I'm leaning more toward my work as an expressive arts facilitator as opposed to being an artist. I still do private sessions and I do. Oh, that's right. If you don't know, I also do an art support group every Thursday night. If anybody wants a chance to, that's a great place to make friends. If anybody's looking to connect with other people through Zoom, we meet for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and do a simple art exercise. You don't need any special skills or materials. It's really, really simple stuff, and but it's great way to connect. And the groups are really small, so you'll get a chance to talk. That might be a good thing to you or not. I don't know. You can't hide. Let's see. Alright, so we spent a lot of time on this left side here. Right here. You can join the art support group there's a link on my website, and there's a link to my website on my bio. So it just says art support group. You just sign up through Calendly. So interesting that's like coming out of her stomach. I don't know, whatever. Maybe it's kind of like alright, just do like that. It is and it isn't at the same time. Okay. So in the links at the top of my website, it'll say art support group, and it'll take you to like a Calendly thing. It's pay what you can, so the cost of it is $1 or whatever you're able to pay. So so it's open to everybody regardless of whether or not you can, pay for whatever. Let's see. So this over here is feeling waterfall. So let's Yeah, somebody else said hooded figure and someone walking away. There's a face over here that I'm seeing too, like a profile of a face. But a lot of the stuff on the edges are sorry, distracted. It's like an opening in there. Yeah, total water vibes, right? I was just thinking, I'm like, God, we didn't, of all the blue that was there, there's a lot of purple and pink. Circles tend to represent the self or wholeness. And that's what I feel like, these little like lily pads down here. Which, it's interesting because you only really ever see lily pads on very still water. I mean, not still, flowing, but so this water goes from waterfall to still pretty quickly, which is great because waterfalls can sometimes represent like a fall from grace kind of thing, like a difficulty. So it's like a quick recovery, which is great. I know. I was thinking little frogs at first too when I first put the green down, and then I was like, oh no, they're little water lily pad things. Lily pads. They're little landing places, stepping stones to move forward. And from which our little lotus water lily plants can grow, right? Give some stability. Boop, boop. That makes sense, that kind of rebirthing to the 5D, right? That resonates with me anyway. Um, yeah. Alright. What is this about over here? It's like... I think it's just about done. Okay. Woo! That's so weird. Yeah, something Hercules. I don't know if it was because, like, the animation was reminding me of that with that long neck. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alrighty, let's see. Let me take a look at... So now I'm going to go through the muses, right? I'm going to go through and do the analysis now. I'll do a little tour first. I feel like there's like birds or something in there too. It's different than just flames. Although, what is that? See? But wait, there's more. I can't not. All right, what is this? Antlers too. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's exciting. The black outline. Good for you. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see your cards. Okay, let's... A few more little... All right. There we go. It does look like a heart. You're right. I like the little triangle on her elbow. Okay. So the overall, I feel like there's like this movement of energy, like she's reaching into the cauldron, pulling it out through her and holding it and observing it, right? So that's kind of like an overall in a general sense. She's pulling from and so the way that I read these, I look at the left and right as the left side representing the internal. She's right in the middle. Look at that. And there's almost like a straight line, her neck, this whole thing. This side tends to represent the internal experience. And holy crap, I just saw, like, okay, I'm going to point this out. Imagine this is a bridge of a nose right here, and this is a forehead, and then there's hair right here, and then this dark spot and this dark spot are eyes. So it's like a face hiding behind there, like a full head. right there. Yeah. You still seeing the hooded figure? Interesting. So yeah, there's a lot behind here, right? It just feels like there's a lot behind what's going on. So, and that's what I was feeling too, is a lot of these edges right here. All the stuff on the periphery, it has a lot going on. Yeah, I think there's a beard on that. So, okay, but that's not the central. The central thing is moving this energy from the internal and watching it blossom in the external with love, with heart, related to the number 13, which I always think of as like a woman's number. I don't know, like feminine or feminine energy or something like that. I don't know why. For me, that's what that represents. And then the blue here feels very much like the third eye. It's very indigo, very that deep, but then mixed with this blue, which feels like the throat. So it's like intuition and self-expression. Kind of, that's what she tends to represent. So she's taken her intuition and her self-expression, and she's transmuting this energy from the internal, this cauldron, which is just a repeat of what we had, which contains the energy of the self. And look at like all the ancestors we had down here are now in the cauldron. And so she's pulling that out and holding it up in the external experience with love. And then I see your question about the numbers. I'll talk about that in a second. Just remind me if I don't, though. And then, so that's pulling out there. We got purple, which is related to spirituality and that crown. And then on the external experience, if we look at just the right side, there's a waterfall in the background. So that can tend to represent kind of a fall from grace kind of thing, like a drop. But if we look at last week's, we've got that kind of waterfall thing happening. So it's also an opportunity for our source energy to come flowing in. And it's a very quick recovery. And there's kind of this little secret hideout in it. Like you could access, like, it kind of reminds me of like a video game when something happens and then you're like, oh crap, I'm stuck in this place. You think you made a mistake, but then you discover like an Easter egg or something. That's what it feels like. Like something might happen as we're transmuting this energy, we move out, and then we've hit something that we think is a difficulty or a struggle or something, but it's actually putting us on the right path. And for more of the blooming. So we might have to go through something. Usually it's loss. Usually it's like, the car breaks down, but it breaks down in the right place. Like something like that. That feels, I feel like there's still that kind of Aries energy here too. We've got the ram kind of thing going on. And then like that heart shape, someone said a V. V symbolizes love. I love that. So definitely the butterfly wings feels like transformation. And I feel like that's what she's kind of this goddess of transformation. She's moving from one to the next, and it's coming out of this solar plexus. So it feels definitely related to self. How do I decide the numbers of the colors? It's just super random. It's just, I have a box with I'll show them to you because the next one is going to be, you'll be able to pick by seeing the numbers. But I just put them in a box and I just throw labels on them randomly. Let's see. Oh, it is like Northern Lights too. Yeah. Like she's distributing the Northern Lights, and that it does feel, okay. So when I think of Northern Lights, I think of Iris, the goddess Iris, and like the non-physical realm coming, touching on the material realm. And so one way to look at this is like she's reaching into this cauldron of our ancestors, because that's what these were, right? Like our ancestors, and transmuting them so that they come into the physical. So it's going from non-physical to physical with that. That's interesting. Yeah, pouring out love. I love that phrasing. Yes. Yes. That, yeah, some shadow work. And definitely that cauldron is feels like shadow work too. Yeah. Very nice. So the other way that I look at it too, besides left and right, is top and bottom. So if we look at just the top part, this is what we already know. This is what's already active in our awareness. It's like active in our vibration, or however you want to think of it. It's stuff we're already aware of. Down here would be more subconscious stuff that's coming into our awareness that we're going to encounter. So up here, we're aware of, like, kind of looking at, seeing stuff show up in the physical realm. We're aware of kind of this outpouring, but maybe not the source of it or where it's coming from. We're aware of the waterfall and the potential for difficulty and loss or whatever, but not the quick recovery and the potential gains. So there's kind of a skewed perspective when we look at it like that, right? We're missing some of the picture. It feels also like the head is very distanced from the body. This long neck, it feels like, if our awareness right now is very head based, and what's coming into our awareness is to get very kind of rooted, get and to feel. She's almost wearing like a waterfall. So it's through this breaking down. I mean, that's how butterflies transform, right? They kind of turn into a goo. And so there is this bit breaking down, and that's what this one was about too, like this rendering of the self. And that's happening through sometimes coming back to old patterns from a new perspective will be part of it. Yeah. Yeah, and the green. I love the green in there too. That's nice. So, yeah. So more change. Hooray! More change. That's what my personal reading today was about, all about change. It's like a bird hatching out of an egg, and I was like, oh my God, like it wasn't very pretty. And I'm going, oh, yay. But there were 5 eggs or 5 objects, and it's all about change. Okay. So this is my box of paints, and this is how I do it. So I'm going to set this back up. Now's a really good time to ask if you have any questions about the process or personal readings or anything like that. I'm just going to set this back up, and then we'll pick some more colors. And now is a really good time, too, if you want to become a Ko-fi member, and you'll be entered into the drawing to win that. So I'm giving away this original. The prints will be available, and it'll probably become an Oracle card eventually, but the prints will be available on my website like tomorrow or the next day. But the original is given away next week. So don't pick them yet, because I won't know. Don't pick them yet, because wait till I ask, because I won't remember. So I got to put them in order first. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, you know what? There's a couple of my favorite books. One of them is it's called Visual Journaling. I think that's a really good resource. It gives you some prompts to, like how you can dialogue with your art. What's it called? The Point Zero is another great book for dialoguing. Any like art therapy resources on how to discern meaning from your art. One of my favorite art therapists, who is also an art author, is Kathy Malchiodi. I probably just said her name wrong. I feel like I said it wrong. I've said it so many times, but anyway, like her books are great, and Pat Allen is my absolute favorite art therapist author. She wrote two of the books that I really recommend. One is Art is a Way of Knowing, and the other one is Art is a Spiritual Practice. So that's if you want to learn more about, like, similar to my perspective of using art for divination and self-reflection and things like that. So there's a link in my bio that goes to my website, lindafabry.com, and then, you know, the like menu thing, or I think there's a banner right now that says enter the giveaway or become a member. So you can just join through that link, or you can go, it's Ko-Fi. That's what, or Ko-Fi. So I struggle with titling my work, and having a deeper understanding might help with. Yes. Oh my gosh. So when I started out, that's interesting because, so when I first started out, I sold my artwork on eBay, and I have sold thousands and thousands of paintings. So I've had to title thousands of paintings, and I'm kind of a poet, and I love words, and yeah. So, and of course with my oracle cards too. But creating a title is the best way to kind of, you know, if you can give something a title, you're already determining what the meaning is for you, right? But working backward and kind of talking, you could just ask your artwork, like, what is it that you're here to tell me? And then just let stuff pop into your head, you know? There's a playfulness that's needed. Let your inner child. So I was saying earlier, like, I distract my ego. It's kind of like an inner child, or I redirect it like you would a child. And then, the way I do that is I say, okay, well, we'll take a look at that later, you know? And I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a great, so my inner child or my ego will, while I'm painting, will be like, ooh, I think these spirals represent like the chaos in your head or something like that. And so rather than saying, no, I'm not going to think about that right now, I'll, in my head, just like I would a child, I would say, that's a great idea. We're going to come back to that. I'll remember to come back to that and think about that later when I'm done. And so I just keep doing that. So then when I'm done, then it's woohoo, free reign. All those ideas come flooding back, and they've already, you know, they're ripe for the picking. So doing that while you're creating too helps. Creating a title. Oh, I love that. You painted over and called it sailboats. I love that. I like that too. One of my favorite titles that I've reused a few times is Kaleidoscopic Reverie. I don't know. I like the mouthfeel of words, and I absolutely adore alliteration. And it's so funny. I was just on. You know what you can do too? Ask other people to title your work. If you're, you know, ask for suggestions. It'll give you some, you know, social media engagement plus, actually, you know, I love long makeup-y words. Me too. All right. So this box, if you book a session with me and we do a private reading, we meet on Zoom, and I have a couple cameras set up, and you get to pick however many. Some people have picked the entire box, which is really fun. And so I always say you can pick as many or as few colors as you want. And also, if you don't want a reading, I now have an option where there's a photo of this, and you get to pick all the colors you want, and I make a painting for you. Just like exactly like I just did this one. That's what a painted reading is. It's just that it's just your energy. This is the collective energy. Yours would be just your energy. And that's how it would. Wouldn't the whole box make like brown or black? Nope, because when I put it down, it kind of stains the paper where it sits. So it doesn't mix on the paper. I pull it up really quickly. You'll see. All right, so I'm going to invite you to pick one color per person. If you pick a duplicate, you can pick again, but let me know that you're picking again. All right, 32, 15, 22, 2, 22, 29, okay, 13, 27. I'm just grabbing them. And so make sure that if you already put something in, you don't put a second one, because I'll miss it unless you say I'm picking again. Okay, thank you. 34, because I can't read all the names. 19, gotcha back. All right, let me see. 29, did I get 29? Yep. 34, 30. All right, I think we got it, yeah? I'm going to go through it again. If you don't see yours, tell me. Hold on 1 second. Oh. Boom. I see your 24. Where is it? There we go. All right, I'm going to start from the top here. All right, 32. 15, 22, 2, 29, and 19, and 13, 27, 34, 30, 24. I think I got everyone. Ooh, that's nice. I love that the last number was 24, and there are 24 people in the group right now. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to tune into the energy, and we will begin. So I'm using a 4x6 because they fit nicely in these little, this is how I send the card, the paintings out. They go right into these nice little cards. They fit nicely. And check out the cool stamps that I found. I know this is a little off, but look at these beautiful stamps. Aren't they cool? I love them. So yeah, so that's how I send them out to the winners. That's why I do a 4x6. But the full, if you do a full reading, it's this size. So it's much bigger. Shiny, I know. All right, let's get going. This is interesting. The other thing that I do that I in individual readings that I don't always do during the live is I notice and I provide some insights into the initial like paint going down. So like I said, I have some training in like energy modalities, and I use that as a way to read the energy, like the paint is a subtle energy body. This is interesting. And so I just notice how the paint moves. This one feels like it's like wants to dance or something. It's fun. Mm. You all right, Lulu? Hanging in there? That's so weird. I really thought that that one was gonna like do that thing too. And then it just was like dots. Egg over medium. Right there. That's my favorite way to eat eggs. Have you been a waitress or something? Most people don't know what egg over medium is. Or a cook. You like those too, Anne? Nice. I actually just had steak and eggs for breakfast yesterday. Oh my gosh. The Walmart pickup replaced my roast with a filet mignon. So I, roast, filet mignon, same price. I was like, whatever, I'll take it. It was amazing. And I don't eat that often, so it was a huge treat. We got some recycled okay, this is gonna be like that. Like I said, fashion. I don't know what that means, that it looks like a Bob Mackie dress, but yeah. That's what I was saying with the other one. It's fashion. I have a lot of knowledge of things. What I don't have a lot of knowledge of is like musicians, actors, actresses, pop culture, fashion, things like that. Like things that normal people are interested in. I don't know those things. But I could tell you like lots of stuff about neuroimmunology. I can't say it, but I could tell you, I could explain it. When I was in high school, I used to ditch class to go to the library and read about the brain. That's so weird. I'm a weird kid, but I love that stuff. This one, let's open up in the middle here. All right. Oh, that's fun. I love that. Oh, Cher's. I mean, okay, that makes sense because I heard the name before. Cher's designer. Cool. Well, we could trade info. Isn't that nice? All right, let's see what we get. So one of the things I'm noticing is that gathering of all the buildup of stuff on the outside, which could be an indication that we're doing a good job having boundaries and not letting the external world influence our internal, maybe. We're not letting too much of it in. It's interesting you say mountains because I definitely was feeling landscape, but yeah, we'll see what it ends up. Yeah, like a vase right in the middle. You see that? This one's messy. Change is messy. I was hearing that earlier with the baby bird drawing. Like, It's not always, can be messy. Birth can be messy. Yeah, you should do it. It'll be fun. How old's your daughter? We're getting all the excess off, right? Yeah. So that's what, so, like symbolically, we're removing all the layers of crap that we carry so that we can get down to the core. Ooh, dragon. But, you know, as far as technique goes, I'm removing all this stuff so that I can paint on it. There's like a pig up there. I feel like there's a ton of beings in this one. But does anybody else see that white dragon? I mean, it's pretty fierce. Cleanup, yep. Yeah. Oh, 6 is so fun. Yes. All right. I was just looking at that back here. Is that what you're talking about? That red swirl? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I see the dragon's face. It's interesting because it's like I don't see anything else to do with it. Like it's done. But I'll open a new paintbrush for this one. Ah, like a deer, huh? That's funny because I see a little deer up here. Like here's the head and the antlers. Koi fish. I love koi fish. Well, let's see what I can do here. Oh, thanks. Thanks for sending out the likes. I appreciate that a lot. What do I do when I'm done with the card? I give away the original to a member. I do a drawing the next week. So next Wednesday, I'll do a drawing and give away this original to a member of my Ko-fi community. So if you want to join, it's only $1 a month and you're automatically entered into every weekly drawing. And then I offer prints of them, so I scan it and I process it so it's available on prints, on phone cases and canvas and paper and what else? Coffee cups and all kinds of things. it's weird. Like it doesn't really take me any further than the face there. So let me see where else. I feel like there's a mask down here, like a Mardi Gras mask. It's feathers. Did it shock you when you came back? Wow. Yeah, like a masquerade mask. All right, I need to get a reference for feathers, because I've... Speaking of Cher, like I feel like it's like a feather. Like, let's see. I'm so glad I got a chance to go to New Orleans and hang out on the French Quarter and stuff when I did. I was only 19 and it was my birthday and my friends, and there was a parade because it was like in March. It was close to like Jazz Festival or something, and a parade started going, and my friends convinced me. I believed them too. That was my fault, but my friends convinced me that they ordered a parade for me for my birthday. Isn't that funny? And I was like, oh my God, you guys. I can't believe you got a parade for me. Oh my God. Ding dong. I mean, they're good friends, but, you know. Yay, thank you for becoming a member. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, so the Ko-fi thing, if you sign up and become a member for $1 a month, it, you know, every little bit, as that grows, it means that I can do more stuff for people, you know? Like, that's kind of I do an art support group, and when I'm able to go back out in the community again, I do a lot of volunteer work using art as a way to help people. So the less I need to do to generate income, the more I can do for people who can't afford to pay for things like that. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It is mostly green and purple and blue, isn't it? Interesting. It's got a feather mask. You have to deal with it every year. I understand. I was thinking that. I'm like, damn, like living there, like it's so fun to visit, but I can't imagine living, especially like if you have your business down. Like I met a lot of bar owners who lived in their bars, you know, and I was like, how do you survive? survive this like, I was exhausted after a few days there. I can't imagine living there. But it sure was fun. Great people. Oh, that's one thing I really loved about it. Okay. Yeah. You know what I have to deal with? Country Thunder. Well, not here anymore, but I used to have to deal with the Country Thunder crowd. I'd much rather deal with the Mardi Gras crowd. No offense to any country music fans, but goddamn. All right. So this just looks like a rock. That looks like a rock. It's going to become a rock. I don't know what. Right? Isn't it like a stone? Like it's a rock. I was thinking it might have something carved in it, but nothing's really coming to me. We'll see. Yeah, like a boulder. Some sort of boulder thing. Yep. And suddenly, this right here. Now I understand. It's like bear with me. I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing here. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Enjoy. Have a good night. Ah, yeah, like from, because yeah, geodes are typically like dimpled like that. Yeah. Did you hear my dog? That's my dog. So weird, but I like. Oh boy. What am I doing? I don't know. Something happened. I think it is a cracked open geode. That's funny because I actually got paint on my phone and had to wipe off the smudges. Mm-hmm. I got paint on my ceiling once. I don't know how I did that. It was very strange. So tiny. So tiny. Yeah. Cats and squirrels and owls look the same. Thanks for the rose. That was nice. I feel like they're related. I think maybe that's like an owl mask or something. Interesting. You dry it. Hey, Emmy. How's it going? Do you see another? Oh, he's nice. I love owls. All right, let's see. Ooh, 2 weeks? Oh my gosh, you're first. Oh, congrats. I'm so excited for you. Yeah. Jude. Oh, that's a beautiful name. trying to make it look like a cracked open geode, but I don't know. Jameson Dean, wow, nice. Oops. Does it? Oh, good. Hmm. Okay. Hollow up here. Who's living in there? Someone's living in the tree, I think. Maybe that's where the owl lives now. Alright, what's this over here about? Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I was kind of thinking like a tire swing or something, but like it feels kind of physical, but it also feels like an apple, like how an apple can be. Or like a shield. Does it look like a shield leaning up against some, like another rock? I think. All right. I think that's what it is. Hmm. Oops. I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, we'll do that. I was just thinking about that shield, yeah. And I was thinking of a sword right here, right? Yeah, we'll see. I think it might be like this is the... Yeah, it caught lots of arrows. I remember that. Yes. I think these might be gold. Yeah, I'll give you the quick rundown. Ice Queen. So I'm an intuitive artist and I channel energy and translate it into images through art. And so I'm translating the collective energy that I'm tuning into an image, and then when I'm finished painting it, I'm going to read it like you would like an oracle card or something like that, and get some insights for the week ahead. So the way that this painting started out was with everyone choosing a color, and that's what created the background. So there wasn't really a plan for it. I have no idea what the images are going to be. So this is what it's turning into. So yeah, like this little sword and shield. I didn't know that there was going to be a sword and shield here until it just appeared. So it's really fun. Thanks for the knock on wood. Yeah, very, very rarely do I get do I have that kind of encounter. It's just not really part of my reality. Even if, I mean, I do get some people who are confused about, you know, the connection to, or like how it relates to their particular spirituality, and then they worry that it's wrong. So once in a while I have conversations like that. I welcome those conversations though. I minored in theology specifically so that I could understand and have the language to speak to people who have a monotheistic view. So I quite like it. This is a vibrant little shield here. It's glowing. Yes, positive energy. I love it. You gonna get a print of this one? Cool. Yeah, I like it too. I love, I'm a huge fan of like fantasy books and movies. Love, love, love anything with dragons and swords and that kind of thing. Yep. What's up with this like ring here? It's interesting. There we go. Hey, Shanna, how are you? This over here is interesting to me. It looks like parchment. Like a torn... like a map or something. Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny. I like when Game of Thrones first came out. I do know your name. I the first time I saw Game of Thrones, the first episode, I was like, oh no, this is not for me, because it was so, I'm very, very sensitive to imagery, and especially like gore type stuff. And the second I saw like the violence in the first like 2 minutes, I just shut it off. And then years later, I was looking for something to watch, and I was like, oh well, it's got dragons, so I'll see if I can sit through the first couple minutes. And I'm glad I did, because I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that series. Oh, I love Outlander. Love, 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 love. Squid Game was good. I did watch it, even though it's super violent. I couldn't stop once I started, and it's so weird because I was like, this is not a very good show. Like, the quality of it felt like I was watching a video game. Like it was, the acting was like, okay. And I know, like, for me, it was, like, what do you, like captioned or whatever, like voiceover or whatever. So that's part of it. But it felt like a video game. But I couldn't stop. Ugh. Made me kind of mad that I couldn't stop, actually. I don't want to watch this. It was fascinating, though. They were interesting, weren't they? Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, is it stays with you. Outlander's, oh, I love that show. Are they done? They're completely done, aren't they? There is? Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. Hooray! Oh, wonderful. Wheel of Time. I have not heard of this. What do you say? Felicia, amen. Oh, that's great. Right here. All right. Yeah, I was looking at this here. Yeah, you thinking a moon? A lot of people, I think, are saying it to get that moon. Oh man. Oh, early 2020. That's not too far away. Yeah. It's a flaming shield maybe, huh? Is that flaming sword? What's that story about the flaming sword? Did you guys see that one, the one with the angels? Oh God! And it had I'm affable. David Tennant and Michael, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what their names are, but it was freaking awesome. It was really funny, and that's about all I have to say about that because I can't think of words. But that's what it looks like. It's like the flaming sword that has something to do with the Garden of Eden or something. What is that? It's like a string of fiery pearls or something. Thank you. I think it's just about done. I'm saying that so that my oppositional nature can get that last minute thing out of the way. All right. I think I want to put glowing. Yeah, like that. All right, what else we got? Yeah, I don't know that I like the purple blob. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I like that story. Like the sword got pulled out and broke it open to reveal a bunch of amethyst or whatever. I'm not sure anything's gonna happen up here. I just, it's interesting. I'm not really sure what that's about. But there is this interesting little knot. And for me, like, I know I've heard a lot, like, moon and stuff. Let me just bend this a little bit. Okay. But for me, I see hard edges right here and here, which makes me feel like this is like a gem or something. But, mm-hmm. I can see the cherry on top. That's cool. And now that I'm looking at it, it does look like it's like this big open space. But I kind of like the way that it's... What is that? Okay. I just saw something in my mind's eye that was like, oh, this... Wouldn't you all just scream if I just went... That'd be funny. Yeah, it's like, for me, it's like a resting place. There's so much going on. I just feel like, yeah, the thing at the bottom has a face. It's so funny. You totally would. Becky, you're the one that got me going to squish the paint. That's funny. Although I do kind of feel like I could put a moon. I do feel like a moon. I could do a moon. I could go for a moon. Just a small moon. It's funny. Let's see. I think full moon, but we'll just do like right here. Because it's kind of got this round here, so it's kind of like it's got that... You know how the moon sometimes gives off that halo? What's up, Lulu? Sniffly. Sniffly little doggers. Ah, is that what that means? Interesting. Hey, Joanne. Good evening to you, too. Did you get it already? Well, that moon comes back and touches this for some reason. So that's an interesting connection. Over here. Yeah, it's on the way. I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to have it. So interesting that the tree is going down the center, just like the lady. Yeah, there was something else that I noticed too, and I can't remember, but we'll look at them together. Okay. Screwed that up. I think it's almost done. I keep saying that, don't I? All right, done. Wait. There we go. Okay. Prints will be available probably maybe tomorrow, if not tomorrow, but sometime this week. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about this owl. Hold on a second. Okay, that's better. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Yeah, so just so you, as a reminder, if you're a member of my Ko-fi community, you know what I'm trying to say. Do the thing, and you can get the thing, and it helps. Thank you. All right, let's take a look. I love it too. I'm really excited about it. But I do want to finish like this. I am going to call it done in just a second. I just want to make that kind of a little more part of the tree. Okay. Are there people? I put eyes in this little hole. Can you see that? There's like a little something in there. I don't know what it is. Actually, I want to kind of back those up a little bit so that they're not quite as, yeah. Okay. Yeah, like a little baby. Yeah. Are these the two tiny people like dancing in the clouds? There's a lot going on. I see this like wolf or coyote kind of thing, but also like a buffalo or tiger, some other kind of lion or something here. There's a lot in this red part here that I see. The moon has a strange face like an owl or something. I don't know. I think I'm okay with it. All right, yeah, we're gonna leave that. Yeah, like a horse. I could see a horse. Yeah, look at that. There's the jawline right here and the ear coming up. Totally like a horse. Yeah. Lots to see. This is one of those. So what I would say to an individual, if this was somebody's reading, is this is going to tell you things for a long time to come. I feel like there's a hanged man figure here. There's something about that goes along with that waterfall over there. There's that red, intense energy over here. I love that little geode. Sparkly. And the mask and beads. All right. So let's get into the reading of it. Chicken under the moon. Is that like chicken of the sea? What does that mean? Oh, there is a chicken. Is it like the face, like a rooster? Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, I got distracted. So that what I was saying was, so an individual reading, I would say, hey, take this and sit with it and journal with it. There's a lot in here that is just for you that I don't need to translate because it's like meant to come. And I feel like that's true for the collective also. So if you want to, sit with the image, I'll post images. There'll obviously be a print on my website so you can look it up on my website. If you're a Ko-fi member, or even if you're not, you'll be able to see it there on my social platforms that have photos. You'll be able to see it there too. But I would sit with it and see what you see, and then see if you can figure, like, for example, the red horse. Like, horse is a symbol of movement, movement, and it being red feels like roots, feels like sacral, or I mean, like your survival, or your, that you're provided for. Like you have I'm seeing an image of an oracle card that I did a while back that had a person on a horse that was like, it was carrying them home, and it feels like that. What's interesting is where's that red? I need to take that red and just touch just a tiny. Just to connect it. It just felt a little disconnected. Okay. Hey, Don, I was just thinking of you. One of the characters the last painting we did, remind me of some of your characters, the illustration of like the high neck and things like that. I was thinking of you earlier when that came through. That's interesting you're here. Thanks for stopping in. Must have influenced my subconscious. So the lower right corner is reality. Oh, that's interesting. So you're going into that. Ah, okay. So it's interesting you're dividing it already into reality and like non-reality or whatever. That's kind of where what I was seeing. So I'm going to go through and do the analysis just like I did with this one, and then I'll look at them together. So I know I always say that the owl is a messenger, and I feel like this is kind of like an owl mask, and two things came to me while I was painting. One was put the sword and shield down and walk away. And two, take off the mask and just, fly. And so there's kind of this releasing of things, which I know I said I'd bring this in later, but it's kind of like this too, this transmuting of energy and kind of butterfly, like metamorphosis stuff happening, right? So, yeah, and weren't we saying too, because the neck was so long and thin, there's a separation between mind and body, and that's an interesting thing here too. So let's look at the left and right first. So the left side tends to represent the internal experience, and we've got a few different things. We've got this like half a mask. There's the dragon, kind of fierce, We've got some writing of like torn old paper, and an owl, and then kind of this like, I think of it as like a North Star, like a guiding star, right? The lines, when they cross like that, they tend to represent, oh, they could be tablets too, yeah. When you see the equidistant cross like that, tends to represent integration. So it's bringing two opposing viewpoints together, and the fantasy and reality, yes, the mix. So two opposing viewpoints coming together. So it's integrating some knowledge or some ideas that you think might not fit together, kind of like fantasy and reality, right? And then on the right side, representing the external experience. So in what you're saying is fantasy and reality, we could also call internal and external. So this is the experience that we, this is the real footsteps, the real footprints we make in the world, the actual physical material realm. And so over here we have the geode that cracked open when we took the sword out, and the footprints coming away from the sword and shield. Also the ring, it's kind of like this. You all right, Lulu? You doing okay, baby? My timer's starting to come up with my dog. So then we've got the moon. So again, with cycles, and that 13 came up again, and that makes me think of cycles, longer cycles. We've got amethyst, which is very healing and amplifying. It amplifies healing ability. Yeah, it is like a handguard, but it's kind of like a ring shape. And so with the moon and with this ring shape here, circles tend to represent self. So like Carl Jung, he used to do mandalas. It's painting in a circle, and he would say that represents the self. And so when circles come up, it tends to represent the self and wholeness and creating. Adore single eye with so much detail. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so what is it? The sword. I'm just looking at comments. Give me a second. There's a lot of motion going from the bottom right to top left, just like the other one. I agree. Yep. Moon has a lot of emotions. Moon is, it's like a water sign, right? It's like a water symbol connected to, and so let's look at the two of them together now. And so she's very watery. She's got this deep blue indigo color, and that came right back here. But what's beautiful is it was, right in the center here. Here it's kind of become polarized, actually, where it's represented in both hemispheres or both sides. And what I love with these two, look at the amethyst in the center, and like this, it's practically the same thing. It's like the internal, it's almost like this in the cauldron. It's like the rock is the cauldron. Very, very similar. On this side, so if we look at the two external, so let's say that this precedes this, right? So this happens, and then this happens. The waterfall happens, so that's like a falling from grace or a difficulty that we overcome very quickly because the water becomes still, and then lilies can bloom, water lilies. And then we also have this moon cycle. So culmination, it comes to the full moon, the moon becomes full. We can set down our sword and shield and walk away on solid ground that's purple, related to our spirituality. Whereas here it's more like fiery and air and water, and there's like so much happening with the butterfly, the transformation. Still very, very much like passion, lots of energy here too, but it's turned into, there's like this little bit of solid ground, which is nice. Let's see. Hand reaching out and grasping the moon. Oh, it does, yeah. Like whoop. Why I say that? Because they're coming through in the fantasy world, yeah. It is like that fantasy genre, like that, you know, what we think of as like storybook type images, right? The tree and sky alone have a very what dreams may come feeling. I love that movie. Then all the elements. Yeah, there is a big representation of elements. What were we talking about? This character felt like Hercules? The Hercules kind of type. So it's, again, like storybook or mythological. And it's interesting because she feels very much like this tree. She's like long and tall. The one arm's kind of coming out to the side again. And instead of holding the lotus magic stuff, it's holding the moon. And over here, it's almost like she reached in, she pulled out these tablets. And so let's take a look. Oh, okay, let me read them back again, Ellie. I don't know why I see it the way I do, why I say that, because they're coming through in the fantasy world. Yeah. What I'm very interested in here is this mask, too. It's like the half of the mask, like, it just feels like feels magical. It feels like it's imbued with power, but also kind of laid aside, or, you know, it's kind of set down. I'm seeing the word fury, or fury, you know, that would kind of go along with the reds. Rise, or use, or risen. Yeah. That does look like amen. I'm right. Actually, it looks like amor to me, like love. Yeah. So it'd be so you can sit and look too. Oh. Yeah. I don't know why I see that too. Yeah. So overall, I would say so. I always like to pull a card with them too. So let's pull a couple cards. I love that one's very, very blue and one's very red. They're so interesting together because they feel very similar, but also like it's like night and day, or yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull. So I've got my cards all mixed up from the last time I did a reading, so they're all the decks together. Yeah, so writing. And writing might be, oh yeah, it could be spells like scrolls or something. And that's what she kind of pulled out there. That makes sense too, because like the word amen, it would be like a closing, like a declarative, right? Like Earth among another universe. For me, I feel like the constant between the two of them is that this purple, this 13. So that makes sense with spell work too. That just feels like, because 13 is for me. And I noticed too when I was doing the circle, I felt like I was opening a circle and closing a circle. All right. So I'll pull one from the top. From the top. And do that one from here. Okay. So this one says, balance is power. Everything, great and small, has its place within the all. You can think big and still listen to that little voice within. You can work, play, lead, follow, be still, and take a leap of faith. I like that, how that matches with these two. Be still and take a leap of faith. You can have it all when you see it's all worthy of having. And we got some spirals happening up here that are very similar. But look at these flowers, these little purple flowers that kind of reminds me of that color in here. Definitely have wings and two different perspectives, and I think that head and body thing is really coming through in that too. The balance. Balance is power. There we go. And then this one here. New heights. You've prepared for this. I like that it's the tree is very similar, right? You've prepared for this. Nothing to fear. So you can set down your shield and sword, right? You'll get used to breathing the air up here. Just enjoy the view. That's interesting. Yeah. So it's coming to new heights. Even though it's really interesting to me too, because that tree feels very strong, even though it's kind of broken, right? Like it's missing a bunch of branches and, but it feels really strong. Like this dragon, it's got an energy beyond how it appears, right? All right, and then they'll do one for the whole. Shuffle. Yeah, oh, that's cool. So you can call them wisdom cards too, or affirmations. Sometimes that's what I call mine, because they're kind of like advice, like, yeah, wisdom cards. Look at the butterfly dress. Ah, they're matching. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Also the greens and purples. I love that. And the oranges in here. Yeah. Okay. Enchanted Changemaker. So this is the overall reading. This is the kind of everything together. Express your bold, beautiful, magical, creative spirit. Conduct a symphony of synchronicities and rejoice in your song. Allow your heart to dance upon the winds of change. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, that owl is speaking. Yes, it is. So that's the message for the week. Express yourself. That's what her dress is, all of that throat energy, that throat chakra, or throat center. Express yourself so you can access your intuition, so you can connect to your higher self, so that you can, that is the spell work, right? And open up and that gem, you know, pull the sword out of whatever you've been struggling with, set it down, walk away from it. It's culminated now, right? Like it's time to like be the butterfly, the enchanted change maker. You've done the work. You've prepared for it, right? You've prepared for this. So there's nothing to fear. You'll acclimate to the new energy. Yeah. I'm glad you did too. I'm so glad that you were able to tune in. Yeah, Ellie, you can send. I have a Facebook group. You can put it's called Courageous Creators, and you could share your artwork in there. Just tag me. I'm not on I don't consume content on Facebook. Like I'm not on the socials very much, but I'll see it eventually. I know you can't send it to me here, but you can. So yeah. So let's look at all 4 of them. I like to look at the last ones too. So look at this, how this one went to here. So first it was this one. Right. And then it was this one. Look at how that blue was starting to come in. Was that in that? Nope. The blue started coming in. Look, this guy's outlined in blue. That's really interesting. And then the blue here. Yeah. So it went from that to that. Which I like that the waterfall's in the distance. Maybe the waterfall was what we were going through this week. And the waterfall's in the distance. And then from there to here. Kind of our realm. Lots happening in this. I love this one. Hey, Teal. Yeah, just finishing up. So the replay will be available on my YouTube channel. I mean, it's a long replay, but you can fast forward, I think. But here's, hopefully you got to see the last. This is what we created today. Yeah. Wonderful. My YouTube channel is called The Artsy Apothecary. I have a YouTube. I don't invest a lot of time into it. I just dump the videos on there. But it's there if you want to watch it. But that doesn't mean you can't show up to the lives and just watch the replays though, okay? Yeah, I know. I gotta get organized and like have a whole thing. Yeah. I actually have been thinking about using my YouTube more. So I might be on there. Because I spend a lot of time there. That's like the only place that I, really watch and consume stuff. Yay. You'll find me. You'll recognize it. You'll know it's me when you find it. I have 2 YouTubes, but that's the one that's active. I have one that's my name, but I can't seem to delete that I had from years ago, but oh, good. I don't want to get rid of you. Yeah, well, congratulations to the winners this week. Katie and Softly Woven. Thank you to everyone who's become a Ko-fi subscriber. If you want a chance to win these originals, I give away the originals. So if you are interested in winning one of these originals and you want to be included in the drawing every week, it's $1 a month. It's pay what you can, you know what I mean? Like if you want to subscribe for however much you want. But $1 is totally fine, and you're entered to every single week. You're entered into the drawing to win one of the originals. And then also there'll be I scan them and upload them to my website, so I have prints and all that kind of good stuff available. I think these are going to become part of so if I make these into oracle cards, they'll be part of this deck, which is the Sacred Journey. All right. Okay. Well, thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm going to go drink some water. Have a great night. Yeah, yours is on the way, Shannon. Yeah. All right. Take care. Bye, everyone.